Welcome to my podcast. My name is Jada Krishna. Before we get into the interview with Dominic, I just wanted to state the obvious. I haven't yet come up with a name for the podcast. I've been thinking about names for the past few weeks now, and I really couldn't think of any as yet. But I'm open for suggestions. If you have my number, you can WhatsApp me. You can leave some name ideas in the comment sections, DM me on IG. I'm all ears in. On today's video, we have a very special guest who really doesn't need an introduction to this podcast. West Indies all-rounder Dominic Drakes. Dominic, welcome to the show. How are you doing today?
Thanks for having me. I'm all right. Can't complain for now.
You've had an exciting 2021 season where you are start off playing in the regional 50 over tournament for Barbados Pride. You sustained the injury at the latter part of the tournament. Take us through what really went on coming down to the latter part where you got the injury.
I actually got hurt. I think the third game. I tore my ACL and my meniscus. So like all athletes dread an ACL tear. Going to the doctor and stuff like that. And knowing they're saying they have to do surgery and be out for like 9 months. Yeah, I basically missed the rest of the season, which should be the rest of that year or rest of the 2021 year. It wasn't easy dealing with it. Knowing with the fact too that I felt that it was on top of my game, batting, bowling. I feel I was the strongest and fittest at that point in that stage of my life. And to get an injury was disheartening for sure. Some points I even felt like, I given up on cricket. I just thought that was the final straw.
Yes, well, luckily you didn't because you brought out some heroics in the CPL finals when you were playing for St. Kitts. You put aside the injury for sure. You played a magnificent innings. In the final going down, you scored 48 runs off of 24 balls. You were named the man of the match of the finals. How was the feeling to actually bring it home and hitting the winning runs off of the last ball? Take us through the feeling of that.
Words can't explain it, honestly. Like, I was a childhood dream, you playing in your backyard, playing the road, playing table cricket. You always say you finish your last knot with a scenario, you want 10 from 3 balls, 10 from 4 balls. And like to actually bring it out in a final, on a big stage, biggest T20 stage in the Caribbean, like, it's what dreams made of.
Yes, you mentioned your childhood. A lot of viewers would have known that you are the son of very well known West Indies fast bowler Vasway Drakes. How much of a role would he have played in your career coming out as a youngster through the ranks?
Yeah, a lot. Just to see how he lived as a child. We always travel a lot, for a different country and seeing him on TV, and then like all the other primary school kids would be like, I saw your dad on TV and all. It's just fun. And I must say, like, he really got me into cricket. I just wanted to be like him. I think it does every child's dream really to be like the dad when you're young, regardless what it does, accountant, a lawyer, coach. But yeah, I could safely say I want to be like him as a child.
Yes, you're known as an all-rounder. So you want to be like him. But which one do you really prefer, the batting or the bowling when it comes to cricket?
I'm gonna say batting. I don't think anybody in their right mind really likes to bowl. Prefer bowling better than bat. Even if they can't bat, you prefer to bat. Even if you bat at 11, you still want to bat. But yeah.
That's a very fair point. I remember as a youngster, I always wanted to pick up the bat and never wanted to pick up the ball. right after the CPL, you went to India as a net bowler for the Mumbai Indians. You would have gotten a late contract in the IPL season. You didn't get any gains, but what do you think that would have done anything to help you mentally or even to develop your game as a bowler when you were bowling at these international or even the local players in India at that time?
Yeah, it really did. Like looking back on that short experience, it changed my outlook on cricket, especially approaching my training days and how you approach off days or how you approach a next session. You know, it gave me that professionalism I guess I didn't have. I guess knowing a little young to the game in terms of international cricket or cricket at such a high standard. So just picking up those little things, training, rubbing shoulders with those international guys, even rubbing shoulders with the local guys because they had a lot of cricket on this their belt. You know, it teach me a lot.
Yeah, and right after that, you flew to it was in Abu Dhabi. You stayed in Abu Dhabi for the T10, and you were named in the team of the tournament. You bowled extremely well. You pick up a few 4 wicket hauls. You're on the leadership of DJ Bravo. You have been on the leadership of him in the CPL also. They could show that mentorship role with him that he would have given to you through the CPL and then transition into the T10.
Bravo really knows his stuff, honestly. Like during CPL, obviously it was a little fresh. You know, he took me step by step each game. You know, right underneath his wing. You know, he made sure to be at mid off and mid on or long on and long off. Just anytime we're going bad in the over, you just say be calm. At no point you ever tell me what to do. You always tell me, you know, be calm, back yourself. You help me with my few placements. Ultra in CPL. And then now for T10, he had much laid back approach, you know. I guess he was giving me the room to improve or room to learn from my mistakes in such a way, which helped me a lot, you know, doing a lot more stuff on my own, seeing my strengths and my weaknesses, making me learn situation all on my own, you know, made me progress much faster than I would expect.
You would have made your debut for the West Indies in Pakistan. You played the England home series, and you traveled to India to play a series in India. How different is the franchise tournaments compared to the international stage when you first made your debut for the West Indies?
That is a cut above. It's a clear, like, it's no secret. There's no one they could say about, yeah, free deliveries at him, you know, stuff like that. So the thing is, you gotta be really confident playing this international cricket, like knowing that your bad balls definitely will go for boundary, and on the other side, some of your good balls will go for boundaries as well. So it's like striking that balance, knowing that, well, confident enough to write off your bad balls and say, well, can't go there again. Or knowing that this is a good ball, even for boundary, I got to attack again, I got to keep on it.
So in terms of youngsters that may be watching this, you said that is a main thing that you have to be confident. What other advice would you give to a young bowler or young aspiring fast bowler in terms of playing the shorter format or even the long format when it comes to not getting it right, or a batsman might be taking advantage of how well they are bowling and still find ways to score runs?
Like remembering some days you might bowl extremely badly, you get 5 wickets. You know, 5 for 20, 5 for 30. And some days you bowl brilliantly, but you got 2 inside edges, outside edge, or top edge for 6. Your figures don't look right. So sometimes the performance or what the output of the stats, it should determine how you feel after the game. You should know within yourself if you had a good game with the ball or a bad game with the ball. So even as I said before, if you get a couple of wickets and you get a couple of wickets for spit, but you know in your heart that you didn't bowl well, you know you have things to work on. You know, if you bowl well, something aim it your way, you just know that you gotta keep at it. Keep at it, keep drilling. Don't ever stray. Don't ever stray. Always back yourself. You must be confident. And even if you're playing T20, fitness and strength is a very important place. Very, very important. You play a lot of games back to back. Let's just say back to back. But a lot of games, you only have 1 day rest. It takes a toll on your body, a real toll. So, like, you have to put in a lot before you get here so you don't be playing catch up.
Okay, and you would have, through the past few months, you'd have played a lot of cricket. What was your favorite memory through your international career or your franchise career, what is your favorite memory?
Favorite memory. Who? If I'm being honest, my favorite memory came in the second game of CPL when I out Shermanic had caught Joshua De Silva. Joshua De Silva, my best friend for a couple of years now. We met in Trinidad. And we always trained together. We were about 18, 19 at that time. He went on to play for West Indies and me trying to make my way. So like sharing the field with Josh, he contributed to my wicket. It's such a fun feeling.
Well, that was the answer that many of the viewers may not have been looking for. But I've seen a few of your Instagram posts where you all were in the his water baths making a lot of jokes and having a lot of fun. Really enjoyed it. Had a good laugh on that one. What are your short-term and long-term goals in your cricketing career or even in life?
Short-term goals. So right now, I'll be for IPL and just 2.5 months of consistent cricket. Just leaving here knowing that I'm a better, improving on each and every aspect of it. My fitness, my batting ability, my bowling ability, my depth skills, my striking ability, even my fielding. I just want to know that I came here and I left a better cricketer.
Right.
Long-term goals for me. I don't just want to say I want to be the best all-rounder in the Caribbean. I feel like I would like to be best in the world, Like being known in the world, like being a household name in the world is what everyone should strive to be, Like people knowing you in Pakistan and India and South Africa, and not just in Ghana, Antigua, or St. Lucia, I feel that should be the goal. So that's what I'm striving to be.
You mentioned your short-term goal was the IPL. As a fast bowler, you have the likes of India fast bowler Mohammad Shami and New Zealand fast bowler Lockie Ferguson in the mix in your team. You're playing for the Gujarat Titans. And you have also fellow West Indian fast bowler Azari Joseph. Take us through what the opportunities that you think will be given in playing in this IPL with these fast bowlers that have so much experience, and what you think you'll learn going forward in your entire career to come.
Obviously, Shami and Lucky Ferguson stated the name and claim international cricket already, so I'll be buzzing in their ears for sure for all the experience and all the information and knowledge I could get from them. Alzari, he had played a couple of games in IPL, a fantastic record. I think he even have most wickets in the innings.
They have the most wickets, 6 wickets, I think, for 7.
Yes, I'll be trying to pick his brain as well, just trying to pick up everything that you can for each player, Knowledge is key. Knowledge is key here, I try to strive myself to be a smart cricketer, and trying to outsmart the batsman. So for me, it would be like a classroom session, having practice with those guys, or having even playing on match day with those guys.
Yeah, and even with the batting, you have the likes of Matthew Wade and even some of the local boys like Shedman Gill and the captain Hardik Pandey. We're talking about cricket, but just want to take away a little from cricket. What's your favorite hobby or favorite thing to do outside of cricket?
Favorite thing to do outside of cricket? That's tough. I guess I would say I'm much of a partier. I'm a lamer. I just like lame with the guys, anytime, any free time I get. I guess I play a game occasionally, not as much as I normally do, but yeah, that comes in a bit. And sometimes I could be a sucker for this series.
You mentioned earlier too that you would have played with Joshua De Silva when you were like 18, 19. He made it in the West Indies team. And you were still just fighting for your spot. You would have made your list A at your first class debut in 2018. You also mentioned that you always wanted to be a professional cricketer. Take us through when you first got your cap. Be about an hotel when you were first playing for Barbados. Take us through the feeling that actually representing the nation, your nation, the blue, yellow, black, and blue.
I can even take back to the phone call. I was at UE at the time, and I was telling myself this, you would think this is difficult. I can't know about this. I ain't too sure about this, how long this lasts. But at the time, cricket was a little shaky. So you gotta do it, you gotta do. I remember being in Chicken Barn in Black Rock, and they got a call from the selector. And you did the evening before their game, because Cummings pulled up her. And he called and said I was in the squad. I finished my food, I rushed home. I told my dad, I didn't call face to face what happened. Furthermore, he took up my gear bag, cleaned my boots for me. I rushed to the hotel. I remember that night. I shared my room too with my best friend, Shamar Sprayer. Remember that night, I couldn't really sleep, but I didn't really want to so much. I didn't want to seem overly excited. Got there. We bought it first. Yeah, we bought it first. I waited a little while for my cap. A little while, I think a day and a half. And then to receive my cap from Imagine, Coppin. Obviously, Coppin and my father been friends for a while. Being around the team, even as a child, he was there. So just to receive my hat, especially around all those guys there, Craig and Brooks, all those guys that basically raised me as a child, being around cricket. Those kids, they're watching over me, and just I'm playing the same thing, real.
Okay, well, I just want to thank you again for coming on to the podcast, Dominic. That's all the questions I have. It was a pleasure having a nice chat with you. Wishing all the best for you in the upcoming IPL season, and just for your career moving forward. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
All right, and well, thank you guys for watching. Hope y'all guys like, subscribe, share.